Hi friends, this is Sophie at Stoti's Cuisine. Hope you all are doing fine by the grace of God. First of all, before I begin, I want to thank each and every subscriber of mine and everyone who's viewing my channel. Thank you very much. Please continue subscribing if you have not. Send me your likes, your valuable comments, and don't forget to ring or tap the bell button. So today's recipe is stuffed brinjal curry. Believe me, it's such a tasty and famous dish in North India that it's lip smacking and it's really so good. You can have it with chapatis or rotis or with parathas. So let's go through the ingredients and the way how I make it. Hope you enjoy doing it, and here it is. Around 8 to 9 small brinjals this size, okay, along with the stems. And now what we have to do is just make a slit here, and don't go right to the bottom. You're just leaving the bottom free, so we need to just go a little bit so that we can stuff the masala inside. Okay, so don't go right to the bottom. If you go to the bottom, it'll split and you cannot stuff your masala in it. So after we have slit all these, you are going to just soak it in water and keep it for some time till it's ready with the other ingredients. Okay, so we put this pan on fire now. Okay, let's switch it on. When the pan is hot, we are just going to dry roast 2 tablespoons of peanuts. Okay, mine is already roasted, so if it is not roasted, you have to just roast it for some time and then just keep it aside. It's all dry roasted. Okay, you put your coriander seeds, you roast it for some time till it's nice and crisp. Okay, so you have to keep mixing it. Then jeera or your cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of fennel, and few grains of methi seeds, and then roast all that. Also sesame seeds, it's just 1 teaspoon. It will give a nice nutty taste to it. Once it's all dry roasted, and then we are going to transfer it into the small grinder and grind it all. Okay, so I have transferred it into the small grinder, and I'm going to grind it along with 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chilli, turmeric half a teaspoon, Amchur, it's 1 teaspoon, and this is salt, 1 teaspoon. So all this I'm just going to grind it and come. So here is a masala that is ground and brought. Okay, now what you do is you're going to take each of these brinjals and stuff it in those slits. So this is a slit, and you're going to slowly with the spoon, or you can do it with your hands. Okay, so but see that you nicely stuff it. So and then just stuff each one nicely inside. See that it doesn't get open. Okay, it has to remain closed. And take the other side, open, and put it all inside properly. Okay, stuff it well so that it all goes right in, and that's why it's called stuffed brinjal. This is how you get it stuffed, and just keep it aside. Okay, so similarly you have to do all of it. Okay, just open it slightly, put it inside. Don't be afraid of stuffing. You have to stuff well inside, but be careful that you don't slit open the brinjal. It has to be well intact at the bottom. Okay, that is the beauty of it. Don't worry, we are making use of the extra stuffing which remains. Okay, so you see here it is. So similarly, you keep it aside, all of these, and I'll get back to you. I have kept this pan on fire, and I've put around 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a tablespoon of cumin seeds, okay, into it. This is the bay leaf, which I have. It's a huge one, so I'm just going to put it into a few pieces. This bay leaf is from my daughter-in-law's house in Kerala, so I still have it with me. It's from their own tree in their backyard. It has got a very good flavor, especially if it's from your own backyard. The flavor is much more. I'm going to put in a dash of Asafoetida, just for a little flavor. See, I've got so much of my masala left, so we need to make use of it later. And so once this has all got infused the flavor in the oil, we're just going to put these stuffed brinjals in it. one by one. And you just need to saute it a little bit on all sides so that it gets cooked. We're not fully cooking it, we are just sauteing it. In the first place, we are just going to roll it for some time. Just roll it. Okay, so it's on low fire, simmer it for around 10 minutes until it's half cooked. And in between, we're going to just roll it and see that all sides are cooked. Okay, now I'm opening it and it's half cooked, you see. You don't want it to cook too much. I'm just going to take it all and keep it inside. And, okay, keep it all inside. You don't want the stuffing to come out now, okay? So here it is, we keep it aside. And now in the same oil, what we're going to do is, we're going to put in this one large onion, which I cut and chopped in the chopper, in the same oil, and just cook it. And I'll put the ginger garlic paste too. Oops. So this has to be well cooked. Remember, we have already put a teaspoon of salt when we were grinding our masala. Just be careful now when you put the salt according to your taste, okay? I'm going to close it and keep it. So now let's see. You have to stir it in between so that to prevent it from getting burnt at the bottom. And the onion has to be cooked well until the raw smell or the aroma is completely, it vanishes. And now we're putting this half a teaspoon of each, that is coriander, turmeric and garam masala. So half each, cook it along with the onion. You can also add a teaspoon of desiccated coconut. This is optional, only if you like it. I like the taste of it and it gives a nice flavor. It's just a teaspoon of desiccated coconut. So just have to mix it together. We're going to mix in this tomato puree. It's around 1.5 large tomatoes I have used. Okay. And then we're just going to mix it, stir it till it's nice and blended inside together. Put it on high medium so the tomato has to get cooked. Now there are many versions in this. If you don't put Amchur and so much of tomatoes, then you can even put tamarind juice in it for the flavor. I've done that too. And also let me tell you, if you don't like the Methi seeds, there's no need of putting the Methi seeds too. And even the sesame seeds, the coconut powder, 1 teaspoon, which I put last, it's all optional. So it's just my version of it. So I'll just close it and cook it in slow heat. Okay. So you open in between and see, and just stir it. It should be well cooked so that the oil oozes out from the sides and it all comes in the top. So here we are getting there. I'm just going to take this bay leaf out. All the flavor has been infused in. So I've removed all the bay leaf now. Thank you, Daisy. Okay. So you see that it has well. Okay. Lower the flame. Be careful, if you don't have a nice thick bottom pan, it's going to catch, okay? So it depends on the pan you take, how frequent you stir the onions. Okay, so here it is. I'm just going to put coriander stem, which I just cut it. It has got such a nice flavor. And it brings out the whole thing. Okay, and now I'm going to put this masala, which was already left. So just put that, mix it together. Just going to taste whether there's enough salt. Okay, little more salt, maybe 1 teaspoon. Let's put half a teaspoon and see. Mix it all together. Wow, so good. Okay, and now we are going to, you just have to place it this way and embed these brinjals in it. It's purely up to you if you want the stem, but it looks nice when the stem is there. I like it when the stem is there. So you remember, this is only half cooked, so we are going to fully cook it. then we're just going to sort of bring it all together. So even if you don't do this, it's okay. It's really fine because it's finally going to get mixed with the whole thing. So I've just washed a little boiled water in my grinder and I'm just going to pour it onto this. Okay, we are going to close it and keep it for another 5 to 10 minutes. I'll tell you exactly. Close it. Be very gentle at this time when you are dealing with this. We don't want it to separate, right? Taste and see if there's enough salt. Put it on medium high flame and just turn it very gently when you're turning it in between. Okay, we'll close and keep it for around 10 minutes for it to get cooked. So you see now the oil has all been oozed out and it's ready to go. I just turn it once again. Wow, that's so good. So you have to be very gentle in turning it, okay? Otherwise you will mash and you won't get the real presentation and the fun of eating stuffed brinjal. So it's stuffed bengal. Wow, it's really looks so delicious. It smells so good, and it's so pretty. You see, which means it's done. Okay, let me just taste the salt once again. Okay, just once again. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to just put some coriander leaves. Okay, just decorate some coriander leaves. And it's perfect. I'm going to switch off the fire. You just let it be there for another 2 minutes after switching off the fire. Okay, and I'm going to dish it out. So here's my presentation with stuffed brinjal. You see that? I just sprinkled some coriander leaves and I've just chopped some green chilies on it, and you can have it with roti, you can have it with paratha, you can have it with rice, and you can just have some yogurt. I've just sprinkled coriander leaves and chaat masala and a little red chili powder in it. Okay, so I just can't wait to have it. So I'm going to just take one piece and have it with my white roti. Okay, so here it is. So if you wanted a little bit curry type, you can just mix in with a little boiled water and you can have it, or you can have it dry too. Okay, so I'm going to relish this now. Wow, you just see this? It's so well, and you can see that it's well cooked. You see that? You can it just melts, just see. And then you can just have it with this masala. It's really so tasty. Naked. I can't resist it. Usually I just take a whole thing and put it in my mouth. And just being a little bit decent and while eating in front of you. Wow, so you see how well it's cooked? Very tasty. The combination of brinjal with this thick curd yogurt is fantastic. Try and see. It's really very good. You will really like it. And please subscribe, hit the bell button, keep sharing, and your valuable comments is most needed. Thank you and have a great day.